an 80-plus point lead, and then moving into the second half, they just continue to display that dominance. This time around, we're on Zavad 311, and it's a whole new ball game because this map plays a lot different than the Lankang Dam.
Well, we're going to have a look straight off the bat and see who is up to what. The break-off on competitive domination is so important. Looks like Epsilon, they've gone and earned themselves the A flag. Meanwhile, that B flag is going to be the one that is going to be contested. It looks like Eyeballers, they're going to win the battle over on that flag, and they should come out top trumps with B and C.
All right, well, let's see here and jump on board with the Eyeballers, Jaeger Daniel. And
I love that name.
It's a good name.
It's pretty cool, I'm not going to lie.
It's a good one. It's a good one, man. You know, I mean, I have to say, it's unique. You know, we obviously know what Daniel enjoys. And yeah. I think, you know, when a man admits what he enjoys, it makes it that much better. So Epsilon has managed to secure A and C, Benson. It seems like Epsilon, this is their time to be able to come back here and shine. And honestly, I would not be surprised if Epsilon forces a Game 3.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised either. The way they've been playing so very well. The pressure is against Epsilon. Eyeballers just one map get turned on.
All 5 down.
That was not good there, Eyeballers, as you say. All 5 down. Epsilon needs to try and pounce on the opportunity to grab that Bravo flag and get a trip cap going for as long as they possibly can. Because, you know, they lost that first map. A little bit unfortunate. A couple of people disconnecting from the game. Does not help, obviously, but still, you need to come into the second match with a clear head. You don't want to be thinking about that. You need to just put that on one side, as annoying as it may be. You need to come out strong at the start of the second game.
Yeah, and Eyeballers actually, you know, with that trip cap there, ended up losing quite a bit of points. Epsilon looking great as we're going to jump on board with Jera. No one's going to be down there in the tunnel just yet. Shots are exchanged, though, so I think there was someone further back there. Yeah, there is going to be a little red Dorito on the side, so let's see here. Actually makes his way down to the bottom. He's going to find 2 players, and that's not going to be enough as Jera is going to get cleaned up. Going over to David 2K now, going to Assembly. They're going to cap this one right away and be able to get this because it seems like a trip cap is happening in the favor of Eyeballers, but just as I say that, Epsilon able to answer back. They are going to neutralize A, and they just cap B.
Yeah, nice play coming from Epsilon just on that rotation.
2 players.
Trying to keep Eyeballers true. Managed to pick off 1. Now he try and find the second. He knows there's going to be someone around there. There he is to his right-hand side. Makes small work of Xenix there. Nice shots coming in from David. And that's going to put David now at level 4 and 4 for the first half of this round. And, you know, if you're Epsilon, do you reckon you should just be aggressive now on that C flag? Should you really try and build a dominating lead?
Honestly,
or do you just settle with the A and B?
I would settle with classic domination on Zavad 311. Play A and B and get that. And now they need to go after B. So it seems like they will be making moves to C, though. And they have one guy actually on the flank. That is going to be Jera. And there's going to be another one pushing up here. That will be Horik. Let's see if Jera is going to go and get this back cap going on here. 1 player is going to be around there, as actually 3 members of Epsilon are going to be by B. No one by A for Epsilon, as they will lose that. And now the battle will begin for C and B as Epsilon try and reclaim them.
Yeah, Epsilon desperately need to try and get there. Epsilon Core was going on a little bit of a rampage there, and I hate to say it, but look at what's just happened. Unfortunate again.
Yeah, again, it's a very, very frustrating situation here. And just so you guys are aware, I am personally not playing coy with the fact that, you know, there's the game crashes and all. I know about that crap. I pay attention to Reddit. what I'm talking about here is apparently there's like a heating issue, so we may need to switch out one of the PCs. These PCs have been running all day long. So
I'm looking over at the screen. It was a blue screen again.
Yeah, so
that's a PC issue.
That is a PC issue. So they just need to just switch out the PC. Perhaps that'll be a little bit later. But yeah, that is something that is unfortunate and has happened, you know, a little bit much
here. This is actually the first time it happened today, so.
Yeah, for a PC freeze, yeah.
Yeah.
So just want to, you know, let you guys know, because I know everyone's like, oh, the commentators, they're such liars. We're not liars, right, Ben?
Why do you lie, man?
Why do you lie for?
Why do you lie?
We don't lie at all. We tell it like it is. And
tell it how we see it.
That's how it is, yo. But anyway, it seems like they were able to restart that computer right away. And
yeah, I think they just switched it out, actually.
Yeah, Core is actually going to be back in there. They did get the restart. It seems like he is already back into the fold. So, still with the lead, though. Epsilon looking very good. This game's still dangerously close, though. If Epsilon's not careful, they have to continue to build upon this. Look at Gera to move around the side and go after B.
Epsilon still with the lead, like you say. They have just lost control of that Bravo flag, though. As Gera is going on a little bit of a mystery tour right now, you know. Epsilon have control of the A flag, but they are going to need to push that tank flag because right now they need to apply some pressure on this game. Eyeballers are coming back into it. B flag is being taken. Now that's going to be a big kill from Jared. Not going to happen though. He gets taken down, and it's looking like Eyeballers now may actually go into the lead.
Yeah, Eyeballers, you know, this is not what Epsilon needed here, man, especially with how that first game panned out for them. Horik, he's going to be anticipating players coming through the big door here right in front, finding players on top of the tank, but those shots aren't going to be exchanged. Let's go ahead and let's see here. Oh, Horik ends up finding one person. It's going to be Zanks. Now going over to Duke, as he will be 11-5. Players down at the bottom, they're going to hold down C, try and make moves now to make their way over, and it seems like they are going to be able to get B.
This is going to be big if they can grab that B flag. You can see just how much of a close game this actually is.
Oh, goodness.
133 to 126. And it's important to remember, obviously, Epsilon did just lose that first map of the best of 3. And that's the first map they actually lost all tournament long. So the confidence may be a little bit shook up there, but they do need to come out strong now, and they need to put Eyeballers in that place, if you will.
Yeah, that's right. Well, at least, you know, if you're Epsilon, you feel like you're definitely better. But, oh, goodness, Duke just could not seem to make it happen. His Eyeballers are like, listen here, guys. You know what? We're here. We're here to play. We're here to dominate, and we want to win this group. I would have really pegged Epsilon to be the team to take this group, but Eyeballers, man,
living up to that
name.
MYM as well, Golden Boy. You know,
that's true.
Another fantastic team. This group, I kind of want to dub the group of death.
Yeah, it is.
It's so competitive. This group, it's crazy. And so right now, just having a look at the overview.
Even though A group was pretty brutal too. I mean, Dignitas was a great team, but it was just like, you know, you can only have 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only have 2.
You can obviously only have 2 going through. So right now, Epsilon 111 to 114. A couple of flags currently being contested. 2 are neutral. That's going to be A and B. B goes in favor of Eyeballs. A flag should go in favor of Team Epsilon. But Epsilon, you know, they need to try and get themselves back into this series, because if it carries on like this, Eyeballs are going to take a series off them, and that's going to put Eyeballs in a very good position.
Yeah, and it's a dangerously close game. 10-ticket lead here for Eyeballers at this point in time, as Guerra for Epsilon is going to see if he can find anybody. Big battle going on over at C. Let's actually go ahead and jump on board over there. And Horik is going to get taken out. Now checking out David 2K spawning on the other side, going to Core, who's going to be fighting by the A assembly. See if we can hold this one down for his team. B and C going to Eyeballers. They're on all over them, never letting Epsilon get a moment to breathe, and it's been showing.
It really has. Right now, the B and C flag still under control of Eyeballers. Only playing Epsilon on the back foot. 157 to 109, the current score. It is the first half, though, so there is no current ticket lead. That's what both these two teams are currently trying to play for. And right now, Eyeballers, they are playing really, really well. Looking at the kill column from both teams, 45 to 49, just shows you how close this truly is.
Yep, and see what Core's going to be able to do. Running inside of C recklessly, he's going to get taken out. Duke now is going to be bottom C, and he can't do anything. Last person left alive is going to be Guerra on the squad. David 2K does manage to spawn on top of him, and this could be an opportunity for them to get B. Players are going to be spawning right on top of one another, though, as Zanks is going to have one near him. It's going to be another guy right on top of that tank. Can't do anything about that one. David 2K hanging out by B, finding one. It's going to be Scar connecting with that. Now we're going to be 66 to 105 here, as Eyeballers have a very commanding lead. Yeah, 40 tickets.
They're letting it get away from them a little bit too much now, as Eyeballers actually had a trip cap momentarily, but it looks like Epsilon should be able to cap that. C flag immediately goes into contention, but no, they do manage to settle that down. And Epsilon just needs to get into the groove of things right now, Gordon. They're just not playing their normal game right now.
Yeah, Epsilon seems a little rattled, you know? I mean, it's, I don't know what it is. I think
that last game really got to them.
That is true. That is true. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But let's see. Let's actually jump with the captain here of this team, the guy I actually talked to. The crowd's going crazy for him. David 2K. Crowd's not. I mean, that's the StarCraft crowd. But we have, you know, I was.
We actually did have some people pulling up some chairs. I'm not gonna lie, which is a good sign.
It was great. Because you see that all around the venue, right? You actually saw that with Counter-Strike. You saw it a couple times with Heroes of New Earth, where people were actually hanging out around the area, which is very nice. So there was, you know, a lot of people here, and a lot of people here in Dreamhack, they do play Battlefield, and they're very interested in competitive Battlefield. So that's why you're seeing it, you know, here at this event. It's really starting to pick up steam.
Yeah, it really is. Talking about picking up steam, Eyeballers, well, They are on another level right now. They really are playing very well, controlling C and B. They've controlled C pretty much the entire time. Now they smell blood. They're going for the trip cap as well. Epsilon are going to need to try and do something because they still have such a big lead. They can't allow Eyeballs to go into the second side with a lead like this. It's just going to be extremely demoralizing for Epsilon. And to be honest, I would call this a massive upset if this was a 2-0. I was expecting at least a 3-match thriller.
Yeah, that you're not wrong about that one. In that regard, I would be upset. That's not an upset in the way that people think of upsets. Like,
yeah, it's just
no, I would just be upset. I would just be like, oh, come on, man, seriously, that's messed up.
Come on, I want to see a 3-game thriller. God damn.
Yeah, that's what I want, man. All right. Hopefully we'll get that though. Of course, finals in this event are going to be best of 5. Remember. Whoop. So it should be pretty fun over at the Dream Arena. These players playing for that opportunity. 100,000 SEK prize pool. Swedish kroners, by the way.
Them Swedish krona, man.
Comes up to about, I believe, like $17,000, I think, American.
Really?
Which is pretty nice, yeah.
That's pretty good. First ever competitive Battlefield tournament, you know?
Yeah.
I'd take that. Or Battlefield 4 tournament, I should say.
That's right. So let's see. Jaeger Daniel. Oh, goodness gracious. Jaeger Daniel ended up getting that assist. That would have been insane if he would have gotten the kill. But, man, what a great connection. I just love seeing the pistol switch in this game, man, because like when you pop them, man,
it just looks so good, right?
It is so satisfying.
No, I completely agree. Right now, Eyeball is in complete control of this game, 76-14, and it is slipping away from Epsilon every single second that goes by. They just need to try and hang on, and to be honest with you, they just need to go into the second side with kind of a reduced ticket advantage. They cannot allow Eyeballs to go in with a 70+ ticket lead. That's going to be so much that realistically you have to favor Eyeballs in that situation.
Well, they're starting to bleed here, Benson, and although Eyeballers was able to flip it, Epsilon then, Eyeballers are contesting over here right by the B flag. Seems like I is going to be able to get it, though. Eyeballers have it.
They do.
And that is going to continue to bring down that ticket count there for this team, little by little.
6 left for Epsilon, dropping down to 5. And it's looking like Eyeballers are going to go in with a 60, maybe minimum 65+ lead on that second side, unless Epsilon can pull something out of the hat now.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're able to get 66, so let's see if they're able to get 65. So 65 is not a hard deficit to come back from, honestly.
They just need to keep this up. Just keep on just chunking it down, point by point.
I agree.
It does come down in some games to every single point. I mean, we saw at the start of the day a 5-point thriller. However, Eyeballers have got B and C. That is going to be their end, and it's going to be a 62-ticket advantage in favor of Team Eyeballers.
Oh, goodness. And Eyeballers, man, they're looking like a championship team.
They are. I mean, they finished the first round, the first match, or map, I should say, with an 82-point lead.
Yep.
This time 62, not quite as impressive, but still a lead nevertheless, and Epsilon now really do have their backs against the wall.
Yeah, well, we're going to see here how Epsilon's going to answer back, if they're going to be able to, or are we going to end up seeing this one just end? Is Eyeballers going to be able to end their run? Make sure you guys are voting as well. Looking at some statistics, Duke 22-13. He played pretty solid for Epsilon, but Jaeger Daniel was the star of that game. He was 16-8 with 6,100 points. Look at that.
Wow.
6,100 points.
That's some serious OBJ work being done by him.
Yeah, that's just great objective play. Absolutely phenomenal. We're waiting for these players to get us started. We're going to go right into it unless there's a potty break, which, always could be possible.
Tactical, bro.
Tactical potty break.
Tactical pot.
Whatever.
Why are you saying pot?
It's a potty, man.
How old are you?
I don't know. Did you guys say the potty in the UK too? Did you guys say potty?
No.
Whatever, man. All right. Here we go. So
you Americans in your crazy ways.
Make sure you guys are out there letting everyone know what's going on here at Dreamhack Winter 2013 Battlefield 4 competition at its finest. Epsilon facing off against Eyeballers. Now, let's see if everyone's actually ready. So it seems like we don't have one member of Eyeballers here. He does have about 20 seconds to join in. If he does, then I think we're going to continue on. But if he doesn't, and he does, woohoo! Okay, so he does manage to join. Nailed it. All right.
I've just been told it's $15,000.
15,000 what?
Dollars.
Oh, just dollars straight up?
Yeah. Well, no, the price pool is in krona, but it translates across.
I know. I thought it said 15. That said 17.
Yeah, you said 17. You big old noob.
I'm trying, man. I learned when I first landed in Sweden, and here we go. The action's underway here. When I first landed on Sweden, I had no idea what the difference between SEK and KR was. I was so lost. I'm like, what is this? What are there two currencies in the same airport? This is so confusing. And then I ended up learning that KR was like our way of saying the dollar sign, right? So they have KR and we have the dollar sign.
Yeah.
That's like the short-handed way of saying, you know,
That just seems
dollars.
really lazy.
Not at all. How does that seem lazy?
Because it should just be one.
No, it's not. It's not lazy at all. It's like if ever we had everything saying dollars.
Oh,
all over the place.
I see what you're saying. You didn't really explain that well.
I did explain it very well.
Maybe.
Ben, you are nervous.
Yeah, I know.
You are nervous.
I'm very nervous for Epsilon right now. I'm not gonna lie. They have a 62 ticket deficit to try and come back from, and you know, Eyeballers.
Good transition.
Pretty thanks. That's right. They're continuing where they left off. They're actually gonna try and go for the trip cap. A is being taken away from Epsilon. Epsilon need to hold on to that if they have any chance of holding on in these early stages. Because again, it's what you said earlier on, Golden Boy. The team that really comes out the strongest off the bat tends to be the team that picks up the win.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, looking at that top of the screen there, just want to point it out. You got that 62 points for Eyeballers. That certainly is going to be glaring over there for anyone who's a fan of Epsilon. Epsilon going down 1-1 in this pool while Eyeballers going up 2-0 is something that, while I'm not shocked, I am surprised, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you're trying to say, yeah.
I feel like this team, I feel like both teams are very, very good. But I feel like Epsilon, based off of that game against MYM, were just that tad bit better, you know, to pull it off against a team like them. Because we saw MYM did the XTS. I mean, they just tore them a new one, you know? So
pretty much, yeah.
That's why I'm just like, whoa, like, this is what MYM's capable of. I can't wait for this game yet. Eyeballers leading the charge. I mean, coming out here strong. But now in this game, though, bear in mind, Epsilon has, you know, pretty much just exacted their dominance. Duke is currently 6-0 right now, Benson.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time about it. 7-0 now. As the trip cap was in full force by Team Epsilon.
They're going after it again.
They're going after it again, correct. And if you're kind of confused about what the plus 62 means, essentially if Epsilon go below 62 tickets, the game becomes mathematically impossible. And Eyeballers pick it up, but Epsilon are the team that have come out strong. They have lost a trip, and they're going to pay the price for pushing for that trip. Now they only have A, because Eyeballers played that very intelligently, managed to cap the B and C flag from that trip cap. Now the question is, can Eyeballers reduce this deficit that has been made in the second half and come back and pick up the win?
Yeah, the way I'm looking at it here is you're not really racing against time.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no imperative nature to go after that trip cap. There's no reason to go so early in the game. You could just continue to build upon the lead that they have, which they were obviously doing a fantastic job of. So why they went after the trip cap is kind of beyond me.
Yeah, they had it once. They built themselves a big lead. It seemed a little bit greedy, but they're going after it again. And Epsilon, they have B and C. It looks like Eyeballers are going to go ahead and take that A flag. You know, fair play to Epsilon. They've come out strong. They seem to have been able to put everything behind them in this second half. There's big kills coming in from Duke. Duke currently 8-1. He's having a great start.
Yeah, he really is. He really, really is. So now Duke here looking around the side, looking to see if he's going to find anyone. He got some blue Doritos underneath him, as well as one forward on the back A doorway, pushing more toward B. And there are going to be two members moving in. He's going to find one able to clean him up. That was going to be Jaeger Daniel. Now there will be another player as shots are going to be exchanged. No, that would have been dirty. But that's not going to happen as we jump over to Core.
Can you imagine if he'd have got that?
Oh, man, that would have just been...
That would have been filth.
That would have been freaking homeless man filth right there. Like
that's filth as well. That's real filth.
That is real filth. And that would have been equally as that. Anyway, so, Core, though, catching Zanks off guard. And both players actually looked like they were going to trade there for a second. Not the case, as Core will get B here for his team. And yes, they do manage to get it. So now Epsilon, they are going to have the boys in Eyeballers on the bleed yet again. They have 30 points, right? 31 plus that 62. Remember, so they have the 62 deficit that they have to come back against.
Yep.
But they also have, a commanding lead here.
The lead they have right now is not going to be enough. That they do need to just try and hold these two flags. If Eyeballers are able to take one flag off them, that's going to be bad news. But nice play coming in from Duke, who is just commanding this Epsilon team. 13-2, tried to pull off a very ambitious shot.
See, that's why I don't agree with that move, man. Maybe you guys can, pushing B like that, I just didn't feel as necessary. Now, I think what David needs to stay up here, and he needs his teammate to respawn on him. So let's see where they're going to be spawning at. Seems like David's going to be by himself here, working this one alone. He's going to get picked off. Garrow's going to be in the vicinity. He's going to get that stop. He also gets taken out. And now jumping over to Horik, who's going back once again to see if he can stop them from making any kind of caps happen. Clisset, as well as another teammate, going to be in the area too. Clisset is going to be there for the shot connection, and he's able to take him out. And Epsilon, unfortunately, lost someone yet again. That has to be frustrating. All 4 down for this team.
Now the big question here is, can Eyeballers capitalize on that unfortunate mistake? It looks like they're going to be able to. The cap B, the cap C, and they are on A as well. Eyeballers, you know, they were getting outslayed, and the fact that that was actually Epsilon's top fragger as well.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he is going to be joining right back, though. I'm glaring over at his monitor, and he is just waiting to join the lobby, so he'll be right back. And they have that 41-point lead here, and they're continuing to add upon it. Yeah, they need to hold on as best as they can. But Eyeballers, they're going to look for this one. They're going to take this opportunity to be able to come back into this game. Taking a look here at the overhead now and see what's going on. B, you're going to have Scarred manning B. You're going to have one. The spread is going to be pretty good here. 2 players moving over toward B. They need right now, they need David 2K to go massive and hold this one down, as Core will be pushing up on B by himself. He's going to get picked up. So now it's like, do you divert your attention and swing back over to C, or do you continue to hold down? Seems like they are going to go to C, and their teammate is right back into the action.
Yeah, good news, Duke has managed to join back. However, the lead Epsilon had generated, they were about 10 tickets away from actually taking the lead overall, including the 62-point lead that Eyeballers currently have. But now Eyeballers have clawed themselves back into the game. They have themselves B flag, they have themselves C flag as well. Epsilon only controlling A, and if Epsilon drop below 62 tickets, that is going to be GG.
Yeah, that's right. And now the pressure's going to be on him. Duke is going to get taken out. Duke was having such an amazing game there to just kind of lose his momentum and get out of that train of thought to have to come back into the game. That just sucks. Sucks big time for Duke. Let's see here if Epsilon's going to be able to answer back.
Well, Epsilon, for now, they're trying to get that B flag. Eyeball is doing everything they can to try and prevent it, and they're going to pick the flag up themselves. And that is, again, is going to put Epsilon on the back foot. It's looking like if it stays like this, Eyeballers may take the lead in the second half. They have B, they have C, but Epsilon, they're going to put some momentum down on that C flag, try and cause a little bit of a ruckus. Scar, he's going to be at the bottom of the C flag, just taking his time there. But meanwhile, for Epsilon, David, well, he just needs to go big for his team right now.
Yeah, you know, they got to make moves. They got to go over to C, perhaps. I mean, let's see where their attention is being focused. So it seemed like they sent one player over by A, but C is going to be that point that they need to go to there, as David is going to get picked off now. Looking at Duke, he's going to pick up David. There's going to be 2 players here. Let's see if they're going to be able to push in from the bottom. Let's see if this is their time.
Epsilon Eyeballers have just taken the lead on the second side as well. That's not accounting for the 62-point lead either. So Epsilon really do have their backs against the wall right now. A 23-point lead.
Yeah.
That's all it is right now. You know, 23 tickets, take that away from Epsilon. They are going to be out of this match, and that's going to put them 1-1 in the group stage.
Yeah, man, something that I know a lot of people didn't predict. But wait a minute, a ray of light here as David 2K is able to secure one, picking up a big kill there on Zinx. And now there are going to be 2 players of Eyeballers pushing up here right from the C doorway, but he is going to get picked off. Hopefully he is going to have teammates there for support. Guerra's going to be on the other side, spotting as well as just helping out his team with some shots. Maybe a nade that can't connect. He's able to take one out with that M67, get a double kill on Grossfall there as well. And this could be an opportunity here for them to do something, as it's getting dangerously close. Epsilon could end up losing their first game. Scar with the pickup on Guerra.
And whilst all that was going on, Eyeballers rotate towards that A flag. They made sure they picked it up. Continuously putting the pressure on, but Epsilon do have numbers at A. That's some big plays coming in from Duke, who's managed to just pick himself up. After he joined, he was actually 1-4. Picked up a very crucial 2-piece there on that A flag. And that's just going to allow his teammates to come in and pick that up. Meanwhile, this is that's what I'm looking at. I'm just staring at that ticket mark, because, you know, if Epsilon lose 10 more, that's GG.
10 tickets remaining. And it seems like they are going to be losing C. They could not afford that. That could not come at a worse time. Cliss is going to be making his way in over toward A. David's going to be by B, going for that cap, trying to prevent that 3 cap there, which seems like it is going to be in full effect. They do manage to flip it. They are going to be on the bleed. Only a couple tickets remaining here. 3 tickets, 2 tickets to be exact. This could very well be it. GG. And ladies and gentlemen, it is tied, and that is it. GG. Epsilon have lost their first game in this tournament. Eyeballers looking great. They're sitting at 2-0 in Group B.
Yeah, craziness right there. Eyeballers coming out so strong. Epsilon not only did they drop their first map, they also dropped their first series as well, obviously. And, you know, not even to be able to pick up a map against Eyeballers, I don't think anyone really expected that.
No, neither did I. I thought we were definitely going to a game 3, but it is what it is, though, as that's going to pretty much do it there. We have a couple more matches left to show you guys on the broadcast today. We do have an interview coming up in just a little bit, guys, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with the conclusion of this game, talking to the winners and whatnot. There's going to be at least one more matchup here on the Battlefield 4 stream, so you're not going to want to miss it. We'll see you on the other side.